Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ben's Bookshelf. So this is my bookshelf if you don't know yet. So this is my bookshelf. I have all the books that I have read in so many years here. I make it a habit to not read online. I get the paperback and read. Sometimes there are books where I just want to go ahead and start reading it before the book reaches me. I try to order from Amazon. Sometimes I go to the bookstore to get it myself because I love book shopping. But there are times when I want to read now itself. You cannot stop. So that time I download the Kindle version and read it. And as I go, when the book reaches my hand, then I switch to the paperback. But I make sure I get all of my books on paperback. But there was a time when I couldn't afford to buy all the books I read. So those books, I don't remember much of the list, but then whenever I go to a bookstore and find a book that I've already read but I don't have it in the shelf, I do get it and keep it here. So there are a few books that I haven't read directly, but then I've read the online copy of it. So that's how it goes. I try to keep my bookshelf full and read at least a few books every month. Going into New Year's, it's been a few weeks into New Year's, and I'm glad I'm making the video again. Consistency is key, right? So let's dive into the video. The format hasn't changed. I did have comments on people asking me to change how I do the ritual and connect the books, but then I'm gonna keep it the same because I have around 80 plus books I wanna cover with this ritual, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. The ritual, if you don't know, I'll do a quick recap. But before that, welcome back to Ben's Bookshelf. The ritual, as I said, is a bowl of red tokens, and every book here has a red token added to it with a thread. And every time, every video, I just go through and pick one token and talk about the book that corresponds to it. Now let's dive into the book of the day. So I have the bowl. Let's start picking a book. The book number 6 is today's book of the day, and this one is a really good one, Frederick Backman. So let's dive into this book. 6 is a lucky number. 6 is the day I was born, and there are books in my shelf that I look forward to bringing to you all. There are some books that I wish never came in the video, but then there are books when I read itself I'll be like, can't wait to talk about this book to you. So one such book is Anxious People. This is the first book I read of Frederick Backman, and after reading the book I became a huge fan. I read a few of his other novels too. Recently there was My Friends that got released, and it's a beautiful book as well. I haven't read it, but then I got to see the reviews and I think it's pretty good. And there is also one more book that I have read, which we'll review when it comes to it, but then I'm very glad we are going to talk about Anxious People today. So this book is revolving around a few people. It has certain essential characters who revolve around it's like a robbery they portray it, but then as you go everything connects. It's like all it's like every chapter is about a different perspective of a different person, but then finally they all connect to make a beautiful story. So it's about a bunch of people stuck in a place, and there is a robber coming in, and how each person is related, or how they affect the robber's life is what Anxious People is. It's a very beautiful story. If anyone wants to pick a fiction novel, and if you are really okay with reading a big enough book, then I would recommend Anxious People to you. It's more than the story. Now, when I think about it, I remember the feeling the book gave me. I can see certain people in the book who are done with their life. They are like, I just wanna just get over with it. So there is a therapy session going on with one person, and that person is pretty much just okay with everything happening. They just wanna wind it all up. So I've been in certain places like that. Just skip to the part where it makes sense, or I don't want to be here. Just get over with it. So these kind of situations we all go through, and that's what the people in the book also go through. And there are some over the top characters in the book. You won't see them in real life because everything else happens like a normal thing, like an interrogation. It's not supposed to happen that way in a normal sense, but in the book everything is over the top. There are people who are very eccentric. The way they behave, the way they speak to people itself is weird. So I think that's because they are anxious. All of them are anxious, I think. And it's like Agatha Christie's novel, but instead of crying, it's like a wholesome moment. Just like how Hercule Poirot interrogates each of the people in the scene, right? There is a thing like that going on with our officers on duty, but then in the end everything comes together, and it's like the Murder on the Orient Express climax. If I'm spoiling it, I guess, but if you have read the book, you will be able to connect a lot to what I'm saying. And if you don't want to read this huge book, I have a good news for you. There is a series. I think it's in Netflix. It's a series. It's not America, so that's all I can say. It's a you will get to connect with people who you normally don't see in series, right? It's all weird. The way I read the book was like a investigation, serious thing. Whereas in the movie, in the series, it's all very funny. Each character is funny and over the top. And that's when I realized how I read or imagine things is not how they really might be. The author, when he wrote, he might have not felt the same way how I felt while reading it, or how the Netflix series felt. But if you wanna not read the book, just go and watch the Netflix series. It is also very beautiful. They do not put so much information in it as much as you read in the book, but then it's very beautiful. You need to make a lot of connections, so I would suggest, I don't know if I wrote it down in the book itself or I kept a separate paper to note down all the I have all the connections written in the back of my book, because it's weirdly connecting different dots. So it's better you have a note if you are stupid like me. But then the Netflix series is beautiful as well. I knew I spoke a lot in the video, but then I'm just happy to be reviewing Anxious People. See you all in my next video. Thank you.